Hey guys, what's going on? It's MJ's Masterclass coming to you from a very special location, man. Always coming to you from MassiveJoes.com, but this Masterclass is coming to you from our apartment room, man, on the Gold Coast. We're in Coolangatta for the NABBA Southern Hemisphere Championships, here to support Team MassiveJoes sponsored athlete Jake Nicolopoulos, man, as he looks to defend his NABBA Southern Hemisphere title. This episode of MJ's Masterclass, man, just real off the cuff type thing we thought we'd do, because we always get asked by people, man, look, I'm traveling for work, I'm traveling for business. I got to be in one state, staying in motel rooms, staying in hotel rooms. Man, I travel on the weekends. I just can't stay on track with my diet. It's too difficult to prep my meals. I don't have the right things in the kitchen to cook my meals up with. So we thought we'd drop some knowledge bombs on you, man, about how we prep our meals, stay on track with our goals, man, when we travel. So first thing you got to do, whenever you can, you got to book yourself into some sort of motel or apartment that has some kind of cooking facilities, man. At the very least, you gotta have yourself a stove top and an oven, man. At the very least, always nice if you can get a microwave as well, but at the very least, you gotta have a stove top and an oven, man. That's a bare minimum. If you're staying in a hotel, if you're staying in a motel apartment that doesn't have a stove top and an oven, man, get the hell out of there and find yourself one that does, man. That's the first thing. The second thing is you just have to work with what you've got in the place that you're staying, right? So you're gonna have a stove top, you're gonna have yourself obviously a pan to cook on the stove top, and you're usually going to have yourself a baking tray as well, right? So straight up you can go, all right, I know that I can go and dry fry some chicken or something in there, and I can roast something in the oven, right? So you know that. Very rarely are you going to be staying in somewhere that's going to have a grill or a barbecue. So the whole grilling of meat and barbecuing of meat and that side of food prep goes completely out the window, man. You just got to work with what you've got. So the Vanilla Gorilla and I, man, we went shopping today. We picked ourselves up some protein sources, some greens, and some carbs as well. So the Vanilla Gorilla picked himself up some steak, man. Now, like I said, you can't grill because we don't have a grill plate. So we've got ourselves some nice roasts over here, man. We're gonna wrap those up, chuck those straight in the oven, roast those up. I got myself some chicken. Like I said, no grill plates. We're gonna chuck this chicken. We're gonna season it like we always do with prepping chicken, man. Go check that episode of MJ's Masterclass out. Got myself some seasoning over here. We're gonna season that chicken. Then we're just gonna go and dry fry that in the pan over here, man. I got myself some non-stick spray over here as well. So just gonna spray the pan with that, chuck the chicken in there. That's gonna be good. The broccoli, man, we're lucky enough to have a microwave here, and we've also got ourselves one of these nice microwave proof dishes. So the broccoli is gonna go straight in there with some water, gonna steam that in the microwave, and then finally, gonna make the world famous cinnamon sweet potatoes, man. You must have seen that episode of MJ's Masterclass. If you haven't, stop this video, go watch that one and come back, man. Gonna chuck these, coat them in cinnamon, chuck them in the baking tray with some alfoil, and roast those up in the oven as well, man. And that's pretty much how we're gonna prep these meals, working with what we've got in this apartment that we're staying in, man. So I'm gonna get straight to work. Prepping these is probably gonna take me about 15 minutes. So we're gonna cut back in about 15 minutes. I'll show you how everything's prepped up and ready to cook. Guys, welcome back. So look, it's been about 15-20 minutes, man. All of my meal prep is completely done. So my roasts have come out of their bags and they've been wrapped in alfoil, ready to go on the roasting tray in the oven. I put the oven on, it's preheated at 180 degrees, perfect temperature for making nice roasts like this. My cinnamon sweet potatoes have been cleaned, sprinkled with cinnamon spray. They're in their baking tray. They just need a bit of alfoil on the top. Those are good to go. Now, usually you would put those on at 220, man, but I'm gonna put that plus my roast all in the oven at 180, man. It's gonna take a little bit longer for the cinnamon sweet potatoes, but it's all good. Those roasts are probably gonna take a couple of hours by themselves. So they're just gonna go in there, man. That's a no-brainer. Leave them in there for 2 hours and they're gonna be beautifully cooked in about that time. My broccoli has been cleaned, washed, cut. It's in the microwave tray right there, man. So that's ready to go. I'm gonna pop a lid on that. That's gonna go in the microwave for about 7 to 10 minutes. Depends how strong this microwave is. So we'll figure it out and we'll go from there. It's gonna be maximum 10 minutes to cook. My chicken has all been cut, filleted and seasoned, man. If you haven't seen that episode of MJ's Masterclass, go watch that now. We show you exactly how to cut the fat off the chicken breast and fillet it and season it and make it all delicious and beautiful. So I've done 2 plates of that. I've done like one in a Moroccan spice and then I've done one in a Cajun spice. So those are all good to go, and those I'm just gonna cook up on the stove with a little bit of non-cooked sticking spray on the stove top. So they're just gonna be dry fried straight on top, man. That's probably to cook these two up in that tray, in that pan is probably gonna take me about half an hour. And that's pretty much it, man. Everything else is done. So what we're talking about is it took me 15 minutes to prep this stuff. It's gonna take me 10 minutes here. It's gonna take me 30 minutes here. And then this just goes in the oven. I can look at that for 2 hours, man. So my actual time investment in prepping all of this food is no longer than 45 minutes, man. And this is enough food for myself and the vanilla gorilla for the whole time we're here, man. So for the next 2.5 days, got us all sorted. So I'm gonna get cooking. We're gonna come back once everything has been cooked. We're gonna show you how it all looks beautiful and delicious and healthy and amazing. I'm gonna get to it. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Welcome back once again, guys. All right, it's a couple of hours later, man, and all of our food has been perfectly prepped. We had the 3 roasts in the oven for just under 2 hours, man. Have a look at this. Hey, come and check this out, man. Look how beautifully cooked this is. It's still hot with the steam coming off it. You know what you gotta do at this point, man? You gotta smell them gains. That's Vanilla Gorilla style right there, man. He's real happy with the way that has cooked. Nice and beautiful. We got our chicken that we just dry fried in the pan, man. That's all good to go. I've even cut most of it up for us. We got our cinnamon sweet potatoes. Once again, they're still hot. They're fresh out the oven. The cinnamon sweet potatoes in there are good to go. They took just over an hour in the oven to cook those bad boys. And then to finish it all off, man, we got our broccoli. That actually took only 7 minutes in the microwave, man. They just steamed in the microwave, put the lid on this thing, turned that thing on for 7 minutes and steamed it, and that is beautifully cooked. And man, there you go. About 45 minutes of prep time, about 2 hours of cooking time where you just don't do anything. You just put it in the oven and kind of set and forget. And we got our meals, man, for 2 bodybuilders. How many calories are you on at the moment, Steve? 5,000 calories. I'm on about 4,000 myself, man, and that's all of our meals for the next 2.5 days done within 45 minutes, man. So that is how you stay on track with your goals when you're on the road, when you're traveling. Guys, no more excuses. You've got it right here. You got to work with what you got. You got to compromise a little bit. You got to get resourceful with what you got. But if you want to make it happen, you can stick to your goals, man. Don't let traveling be an excuse. Don't let being on the road be an excuse. Guys, hit the subscribe button. You know where it's at. It's over right up here, man. It's where it's always at. Hit that subscribe button. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Get all the latest editions of MJ Masterclass and everything else we do on YouTube. And guys, that is an on the road episode of MJ's Masterclass coming to you from the Gold Coast. And you know where we're coming to you from? We're coming to you from MassiveJoes.com.